I'm Tammy Ven Dange. I'm the CEO at RSPCA ACT. Well, when we talk about cats in general, roaming cats have a lot of issues. Only one of them is about native animals, but certainly all the research that has been done recently has shown that there is a significant impact. And it doesn't matter if it's a feral cat or a domestic cat. Research has shown that domestic cats can go a lot further than people think, and they can impact the wildlife just as much as a feral cat. We are pretty much the pound for cats. So we look after any stray cat because the government doesn't have its own facilities. And based on our own statistics, we're showing that less than 40% of the stray cats that come into our care are desexed. Now, that's a pretty significant number when you think about it, because in the ACT, we're the first state or territory to have mandatory desexing laws for cats. And that should be done in 3 months here. So since we've had these laws in place for a very long time, and to see less than 40% of them, sometimes less than 30%, depending on the month, come in without being desexed, it's pretty sad statistic. 3 years ago now, we started a program called Rescue Tom, and it was a cheeky way to get the same old message out, and that is go ahead and desex your cat. And although it is required by law to do so here, what we found by talking to a number of people is that costs seem to be a huge deterrent for some owners. So we started the program with the intention of making it free for lower income people, at least 1 month a year that we can afford to do it ourselves. The program costs about $70,000 to run for us. We do get a grant that covers about 20% of that, 25% of that. And that money generally goes to other vets that we have asked to help us out. So because we only have so much capacity here at the shelter, we could probably do about 250 cats for free here on top of our shelter workload. We've asked other vets to get involved, and this year we have 6 vets involved, and they too are doing desexings, but we're reimbursing them for that cost. Well, last year we got about 2,200 incoming felines that have come in, kittens and adults. And just looking at the statistics, about 67% of them are stray. Yeah, we do get some. I mean, we don't test every cat that comes through unless he shows symptoms. Otherwise, it would be a very expensive exercise for us. Last year, we had about 30 cats that came in with FIV. Currently, our RSPCA policies don't allow us to rehome FIV cats. It's not to say that it can't be done. It's certainly done in other countries, and we're reviewing our own policies right now. But there is a challenge in that if you have an FIV cat, then even playing too hard could actually transmit that disease to another animal. And so there's some difficulties with rehoming FIV cats. But yeah, we get about 30 a year right now, and unfortunately, right now we have to put them down. Well, a lot of people talk about how native wildlife would be better off if cats were not roaming, and that's certainly the case. But what people fail to realize is how much better it is for their own cat too, if they can meet their enrichment needs. It's difficult if a cat is used to roaming and you try to change that immediately. You'll find it very annoying when the cat's constantly demanding to go outside. But for a cat that's used to being inside and providing it enrichment and activities inside, you don't have to worry about your cat ever getting lost. You don't have to worry about your cat being attacked by another animal. And that could be anything. It could be a fox, it could be a dog, it could be another cat. You don't have to worry about getting hit by a car, which is unfortunately another reason why we get cats through our front door, is because we've been injured. And certainly all the other things, like we were just talking about FIV. You're not likely to be transmitting diseases like that. And then if it's not desexed, even more so, you're not going to be adding to an unwanted population of kittens coming into our community.